If you're already past 60, and there are mornings when you wake up, look in the mirror, and suddenly notice that your face feels heavier, your eyes look slightly puffy, your cheeks feel softer, and your facial contours aren't as defined as before, please pause for a moment. This is not because you're aging too quickly, and it's not because you didn't sleep enough or failed to take good care of your skin. The reality is this: after 60, a woman's body can change significantly in just a few hours of sleep. Fluid accumulates more easily in the face. Collagen no longer holds moisture as evenly as it once did. And after just one night, your face can look noticeably more tired, even though you did nothing wrong. In this video, I'm going to show you one very simple morning habit, just a single glass of water. But when used the right way, many women notice their faces feel lighter within minutes and look brighter day by day after that. It's not expensive skincare. It's not an invasive treatment. And it's not a viral internet trick. But here's the important part. Most women are doing this the wrong way, so they don't see results. And I'll explain that very clearly in today's video. Before we continue, I want to ask you one simple question. Where are you watching this video from? Please leave a comment and tell me the city or state where you live. I read every single comment, and it helps me better understand the women who follow this channel. And if you find this gentle, science-based content, created specifically for women over 60, valuable, please subscribe to the channel and help me build a community of 100,000 subscribers, so this accurate information can reach many more women. Now, let's begin. The morning habit I'm talking about is actually very simple. So simple that many women have heard of it before, but never truly realized its real value. It's a glass of warm water in the morning, combined with lemon, ginger, and in some cases, added collagen peptides. That's it. No machines, no devices, no clinic visits. But here is something very important that almost no one clearly explains to women after 60. It's not just about drinking it. How you drink it, when you drink it, and how much you use are what determine whether your face feels lighter or continues to stay puffy every morning. Many women have tried drinking lemon water in the morning and then tell me, "Doctor, I don't see any difference at all." The problem is not the recipe. The problem is that, after 60, the body no longer responds the way it used to. At this age, the lymphatic system needs to be activated properly, circulation needs to be opened gradually, and collagen can only be stimulated when the body receives the correct biological signals. If you drink it at the wrong time, use water that's too hot or too cold, add too much lemon, or drink it and then bend forward or lie back down, then instead of reducing puffiness, your face may actually retain more fluid. That's why in today's video, I'm not just going to tell you what to drink, but explain why this drink can make your face feel lighter so quickly, and how a woman's body after 60 can truly respond in a positive way. Right after this, before I show you the exact way to prepare it, we need to clarify one very important thing. Why does a woman's face after 60 become more prone to morning puffiness? Even when she sleeps enough and follows a regular skincare routine, once you understand this, you'll stop blaming yourself, and you'll know exactly how to support your body the right way. Many women think that morning facial puffiness comes from lack of sleep, eating salty foods, or simply aging. But the truth is, after 60, morning facial changes don't come from just one cause. They come from 3 biological changes happening at the same time during sleep. First, the lymphatic system slows down at night. The lymphatic system is responsible for draining excess fluid from soft tissues, especially in the face and neck. When you're younger, this flow continues fairly smoothly even during sleep. But after 60, lymphatic activity becomes noticeably slower during deep sleep. As a result, fluid tends to pool around the eyes, cheeks, and under the chin. By morning, the face looks heavier, the eyes feel harder to open, and facial contours are less defined, even though you slept enough hours. Second, collagen levels have declined significantly. Collagen doesn't just keep skin firm, it also acts as a support framework that helps distribute water evenly throughout the skin. After 60, as collagen decreases, the skin no longer holds water evenly. Even a small amount of fluid buildup can make the face look swollen and softer, much more easily than before. This is why, with the same diet, and the same amount of sleep, your face after 60 can react very differently than it did 10 or 20 years ago. And the third factor, rarely discussed, but extremely important, is early morning cortisol. Between about 5 and 7 in the morning, cortisol rises to help the body wake up. But cortisol also causes the body to retain more salt and water. When this happens, in the context of a slowed lymphatic system and weakened collagen structure, fluid is pulled into the soft tissues of the face. These three factors together create the familiar morning appearance: a slightly puffy face, heavy eyes, softer cheeks, and a feeling of not being fully awake yet. What you need to remember is this: this is not a disease, and it is not your fault. It's simply a sign that the body after 60 needs the right kind of support to drain excess fluid, rebalance water distribution, and reactivate its natural recovery processes. And that is exactly why a proper morning habit, done the right way, can make a very big difference within just the first few minutes of a new day. The first thing many women notice when they apply this morning habit correctly is not that wrinkles disappear, and not that the skin suddenly becomes firm like in advertisements. What they feel most clearly is that their face feels lighter. Within just a few minutes, the eyes no longer feel heavy or tight like they often do right after waking. The cheek area feels less full and soft. The face looks more defined, not because the structure has changed, but because fluid has begun to drain from places where it doesn't belong. Many women describe the sensation in very similar ways. It feels like my face has finally woken up. It's as if I slept well, even though last night wasn't any different. My skin looks brighter but not oily, more like a healthy glow. What's important is that these changes happen even before breakfast. There's no need to wait all day. No need to wait weeks just to notice something different. And precisely because the results come so quickly, many women choose to keep this habit consistently, not out of vague hope, but because their body gives them a very clear signal. This is helping me. I want you to understand something very important. This is not a visual trick, and it's not a temporary effect like drying the skin. It's a sign that the lymphatic system has begun to activate again. Circulation is opening at the right time, and the face is no longer stuck in that heavy morning state. Up next, I'll explain why each component in this habit can create such a rapid sense of change, and why a woman's body after 60 responds to it more strongly than we might expect. To understand why this morning habit can create such noticeable effects, we need to look at each component individually, not from a beauty hack perspective, but from the biology of a woman's body after 60. We'll start with the simplest element, and also the most underestimated one: warm water. After a long night, the body enters a very specific state. Circulation slows down. The lymphatic system is almost asleep, and soft tissues, especially in the face, retain more fluid than usual. Warm water sends a very clear signal to the body. It's time to start moving again. Unlike cold water, which constricts blood vessels and holds fluid in place, warm water gently opens lymphatic pathways, allowing fluid to begin draining from sensitive areas such as under the eyes, the cheeks, and the chin. That's why simply drinking warm water at the right temperature is enough for many women to feel their face become lighter within just a few minutes. Next comes lemon. Many people think lemon is only for detoxing or weight loss. But for skin after 60, lemon's most important role is its vitamin C content. Vitamin C doesn't make the skin firm instantly. It does something much quieter. It activates fibroblast cells, the cells responsible for producing collagen. Without vitamin C, the body cannot link amino acids to form new collagen fibers, whether or not you're supplementing collagen. After 60, vitamin C reserves in the body decline significantly. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice in the morning is enough to wake up this process. This is why many women say their skin looks brighter and more even after a few weeks, not because the skin is being stretched, but because the underlying structure is finally being supported correctly. Now let's talk about ginger, the ingredient that creates the most noticeable difference around the eyes and cheeks. Ginger contains natural compounds that gently open blood vessels and increase blood flow to soft tissues. When circulation improves, Oxygen and nutrients reach the skin more effectively, and inflammatory byproducts that accumulate overnight begin to clear. This is especially important for women after 60 because many visible signs of aging actually come from low-grade, long-term soft tissue inflammation. Not painful, not red, just mild, swelling, heaviness in the face, and dullness. When ginger helps reduce this inflammation, the face responds clearly. Less eye puffiness, more defined contours, and skin that looks more alive. If you're listening and thinking, this sounds exactly like what I experience, please leave a comment with the number 1. And if you feel that your face doesn't swell much, or you've never really noticed these changes, leave a comment with the number 0. I read every comment, and they help me understand very clearly what women at different ages are truly experiencing. Finally, let's talk about collagen peptides. An optional component, but one that can make a noticeable difference. When used correctly, collagen peptides are not a miracle cure. They don't make skin tighten overnight, but they provide the body with small, easily absorbed building blocks that allow the repair process to happen more smoothly. Many studies show that women over 55 often notice firmer skin and improved hydration after 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use. What's important is this: collagen works best when taken in the morning, when digestion is waking up, and vitamin C is already available to support it. This combination, warm water to open pathways, lemon to activate, ginger to boost circulation, and collagen to build, creates a morning habit that aligns naturally with the body of a woman after 60. No force, no fighting age, just supporting the body according to its biological rhythm. And when the body is supported the right way, the face is always the first place to respond. Up next, we'll talk about the changes many women begin to notice after 7 to 14 days and why those changes go far beyond appearance alone. After about 7 to 14 days of maintaining this morning habit consistently, many women begin to notice changes that no longer happen only in the first few minutes of the day, but last longer. The most noticeable change is that the face is no longer as puffy upon waking. Not completely gone, but the heavy feeling is significantly reduced. The eyes open more easily. The cheeks no longer feel as full as before, and the face looks more defined, even before washing or applying makeup. Another change that many women don't notice right away is that the skin reflects light better. The skin looks brighter, but not in an oily or shiny way. It's a healthy, even glow, a sign that circulation and nutrients are reaching the skin more effectively each day. Many women also notice that they don't need as many layers of makeup to cover up morning fatigue, not because the skin suddenly looks younger, but because the skin's foundation has become more stable, less swollen, and less dull. What's important is that these changes build gradually, day by day. There's no up and down effect, like with some cosmetic products. The body isn't being forced, it's being supported so it can self-regulate. After about 2 weeks, many women say they no longer feel anxious when looking in the mirror each morning, not because their face has stopped changing with age, but because they understand and can manage those changes. And it's this sense of control that creates real, lasting difference. Up next, we're moving into a very important part: how to prepare it correctly, the right time to drink it, and the small details that can determine whether this habit actually brings benefits or produces no noticeable change at all. By this point, you understand why this morning habit can make a difference. But there's one very important truth I need to make clear: how you prepare it and when you drink it determine most of the results, not the recipe itself. Many women tell me they've tried lemon water in the morning before and didn't notice any change. The reason is usually not their body, but small details that were overlooked. First is water temperature. The water should be warm, not hot. The ideal temperature is around 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. Water that's too hot can reduce the activity of collagen peptides and irritate a sensitive stomach. Cold water, on the other hand, constricts blood vessels and makes lymphatic drainage more difficult, which goes against the goal of reducing facial puffiness. Next is the amount of lemon. You only need 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. No more than that. More lemon doesn't improve the skin. It can irritate the stomach, especially in women over 60. If you've ever experienced heartburn or reflux, start with half a tablespoon and increase gradually as your body adapts. Now, ginger. Ginger should be fresh, sliced thin or lightly crushed, so its active compounds can dissolve more easily in warm water. About 4 to 6 small slices are enough. If you use ginger powder, make sure it's pure, with no added sugar or flavoring. Too much ginger can cause overheating and work against your goal. Honey is optional. If you use it, limit it to half a teaspoon. The purpose of honey is not sweetness, but mild anti-inflammatory support and soothing the stomach. Using too much can raise blood sugar after breakfast. Finally, collagen peptides. If you choose to add them, the appropriate dose is 5 to 10 grams. Hydrolyzed collagen dissolves better and is easier for an older body to absorb. You don't need a higher dose. More does not mean better. Now let's talk about timing. This is where many people get it wrong. Drink it immediately after waking, on an empty stomach, 10 to 15 minutes before breakfast. This is when the lymphatic system is in its cleanup phase after sleep, and also when the body absorbs collagen and vitamin C most efficiently. After drinking, there's one small but extremely important note. Avoid bending your head downward or lying back down right away. When you bend forward too soon, gravity pulls fluid back toward the face, reducing drainage effectiveness. Simply walking lightly, standing upright, or doing very gentle movement for a few minutes is enough to allow the body to continue its natural depuffing process. These details may seem small, but for a woman's body after 60, they make a very real difference. And right after this, I'll share 2 extremely simple morning habits that, when combined with this drink, can double the effect of reducing facial puffiness and refining facial contours. In a short amount of time, this morning drink has helped many women feel their face become lighter within just a few minutes. But in reality, the body does not work in isolated parts. When we support the body from the inside, just a few very small external adjustments can noticeably amplify the results. And here are 2 simple habits that many women over 60 have never been properly guided to do. The first habit is lymphatic massage for about 30 seconds, right after drinking the morning water. You don't need any complicated technique. Just use your fingertips. Gently glide from the chin upward along the jawline, then continue along the cheekbones toward the ears. After that, very lightly stroke downward along both sides of the neck. These movements are not meant to lift the face, but to open pathways for fluid to move after the body has already been activated from within. If the morning drink is the ignition signal, then this gentle massage helps guide the body in the right direction. Just 30 seconds a day is enough for many women to feel their face become more defined, especially around the jaw and cheeks. The second habit is even more subtle and often overlooked, simply because it seems too simple. Avoid bending your head downward during the first 5 to 10 minutes of the day. Right after waking, the body is still in the process of draining fluid. When you bend forward too soon, gravity can pull fluid back toward the face, slowing down the effect you've just begun to create. Simply standing upright, walking lightly, or moving very gently during the first few minutes of the day is enough to allow the body to continue adjusting in a more favorable direction. Many women share that just changing this one small habit significantly reduced morning under-eye puffiness without adding any extra products. Before we move into the final section, I would really love to hear from you. When you look in the mirror each morning, what bothers you the most? Under eye bags? Sagging cheeks? Or the feeling that your face looks heavy and tired? Please leave a comment and let me know. I read every message, and what you share helps me continue creating gentle, practical content that's more aligned with women who are at the same stage of life as you. And right after this, we'll go over important safety notes and review this entire routine together so you can apply it confidently in your daily life. Before we end, I want to take a moment to talk about safety, because any habit, no matter how simple, needs to be applied in a way that suits each individual body. For most women over 60, this morning drink is gentle and well tolerated. However, if you have a history of acid reflux, Start with a very small amount of lemon and increase gradually as your body adapts. If you're sensitive to ginger or are taking blood-thinning medication, consider reducing the amount of ginger or talk with your doctor before using it regularly. And most importantly, listen to your body. The body always gives very clear feedback when it's being supported in the right way. Now, I'd like to briefly summarize what we've gone through together today. This morning drink works through 3 main mechanisms: helping drain excess fluid from the face, supporting natural collagen production, and improving circulation so the skin looks brighter and lighter each morning. When combined with short lymphatic massage and avoiding early forward bending, many women notice visible changes in their face within just a few weeks. If this video helped you better understand why your face changes after 60, or helped you feel more at ease about caring for yourself each day, please click like to support the channel. And if you know a friend, a sister, or a family member who also feels confused or worried about facial changes with age, please share this video with her. Sometimes, what we need most is simply knowing that we're not alone. Finally, if you'd like to continue receiving gentle, science-based content created specifically for women over 60, please subscribe to the channel and continue this journey with me in upcoming videos. I'm very glad you're here. I'll see you again in the next video.